Well, hello, hello, hello. This could be a long video. I have a lot of things to show you yarn-wise, and let's just get to it, okay? Let's start first with some finished objects, because I do have some finished objects. Now, I have shown this in like a crafty vlog, but I'm going to back up here so you can see it. But I don't think I've actually shown it to you like live in person. Here is the stash busting sweater. You know, I had the blue, ruby and roses. That next one's ruby and roses, ruby and roses. The really variegated one is Yarnable. Another ruby and roses, and at the top we have Expression Fiber Arts. So it is truly a mishmash of different companies, different yarns, but they're all superwash merino and sleeves. Oh my gosh, the sleeves are different. I had to add this purpley color in here to make the sleeves longer. So I have a few stripes of that. I had to tear the sleeves out. I had them almost done once, had to tear them out, but it's done, and you've seen pictures of me in it, and it fits, and I love it. I'm not wearing it today because it is about 90 degrees outside, which makes it very warm inside. I mean, we got the air on, but, you know, I've been up doing stuff, and I'm just like, no. All right, other things I have finished. So I had a craft show. I don't know which is going to come out first, recap of the craft show or this, but I sold out of some things at the craft show. I had made one ice cream cone keychain. I'd made one, and it sold. That one I made was a little smaller, but I made another one. And you can tell what flavor it is, right? So it is a keychain. It's a little bit bigger than the other one was, but that's okay. I like it. So I couldn't just make one. I had to make another one because I got this yarn, which is really pretty. Like, I thought it looked like a rainbow sherbet kind of yarn. And you notice the cones are a different color, but I have two ice cream cones. All right. The next show is not until October. I can't find one in September. Anyhow, I had two strawberry keychains, and I sold both of them. So I have two new ones. And you'll notice that I did the little seeds as like little V's instead of just little lines. This is a different green yarn. I like the mint with the pink, but this is more of a sagey green. I like that green with it. I used yellow the first time because I didn't have a good green. So I have two strawberries, two ice cream cones, two strawberries, and this was a kit. This was a kit from Hobby Lobby that cost me $1.99 or something like that. It's a good little pattern. This did take a while because it's like a finer yarn, but it turned out really good. I still want to put a little glue on my little spots and glue them down. I just tied them in with the ends, but I want to glue them down. All right, we can take care of that stuff in a minute. Now, let's show you things that I'm working on. I'm going to show you this one first. Let's see. This one, I had this beautiful cotton yarn I got at a shop hop. I know it was a shop hop. Yeah, a shop up in Saginaw. When I saw they had coastal cotton. Now, these are funny. These have grown, like stretched. They used to be about this long. And they've like stretched out. Anyhow, these two beautiful colors, and I wanted to do something with them. So I've had this idea in my brain for a while. I bought these canvas pouches. Right, there's a canvas pouch, and I'm making a cover for the canvas pouch. That's pretty cool looking, isn't it? So I think I'm about ready. I was following a pattern from somewhere. I don't know, but it's just linen stitch. Okay. There's another name for linen stitch too, and I can't remember it right now. Moss stitch, linen or moss. And I think what I need to do is I need to sew up the bottom of it. I'm going to sew up the bottom. And then see, I might need like one more row here. And then I'm going to try to hand sew the pouch to the crochet. That looks really cool from a distance. I like the doo-doo-doo-doo. I like it. So I've been working on this as we travel around in the car. And it's almost done. That's almost done. All right. The Hexie cardigan we've been working on for, we had to take a break to do some Christmas stuff for the crochet along on Fridays. But I have my two panels I have both panels. All right. I've stopped because I didn't want my arms to get like super, super huge because they just keep getting bigger the more you work on your hexie. I decided I know I need to add some width in the back, and I'm going to need to add a little bit of width on the front. So I decided I wanted to put something fancy down the back. So last Friday, this is the pattern. This is the willow square. And so I'm going to put these 3 granny squares or willow squares down the back to make my back wider. Yeah, fancy schmancy, huh? So that's getting there. I think next week we'll work on arms, like sleeves. I'm not going to narrow my sleeves this time and put a cuff on them. I want them to be big. I want them to bell a little bit more. I'm going to see if maybe I even increase them a little bit. We'll see. Sleeves comes next. Anyhow, so there's that. Then my most recent project, which I work on every day in the morning, and I worked on it all the way to the craft show and all the way back from the craft show. This is called the Harbor Top, and all my yarns are all tangled up. So I got 2 yarns here, and they're all tangled. They're tangled. We're tangly wangly here. Okay, come on, untangle. Called the Harbor Top, and I saw somebody working on it. They were finished with it just about at one of the stores. So this is expression. No, it's not. It's Bad Sheep yarn. This is Shortcake, and this is Bay Breeze. Those are my 2 yarns. And this top is going to be gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, it looks weird right now because it's very ruffly, but it's not going to ruffle as we keep going. So let me see if I can stretch a little piece of it out here for you. And you can see how it does like a chevron. And it's 1 row. The larger row is Bay Breeze, and then the smaller row in between is the Shortcake. It's just like single crochets in between. So it's really wavy and ruffly right now, but it's all gonna, this is just the yoke right now. It's all gonna work out in the end. See? It'll all work out in the end. It's gonna be beautiful. Pretty soon we're gonna break for sleeves. I'm gonna break for sleeves pretty soon here. So yeah. I'm loving it. I am loving it. So that's about all I've worked on. That is really all I have worked on or finished. That's it. Yeah. I'm going to take care of all this stuff, and then I'm going to show you everything that I have bought because there's lots of stuff I've purchased. Okay. And I'll tell you why, and we'll go over all of it. But let me take care of this stuff first. No. I was wrong. Back up. Back the train up. As I was putting stuff away, I remembered I have worked on my book hexies. Yes, I have. I was way behind. I think I was behind like 9. So I did this one. And don't ask me the names of them right now. The names of the books, I don't remember. But there's this one. I did that one. Super pretty. I know that one is like my horse trainer spicy romance book. I know that. This one was something about the landslide. Yeah, she went on a trip because her boyfriend dumped her, and she met the tour guide, and they get in a landslide, and yeah, that one was an audiobook. Well, a Kindle book that, the machine reads to me. Now, these 2 I thought were going to be really like, ugh. So one is Lauren Asher, the Billionaire book, and one is Elsie Silver, an Elsie Silver book, and they both just look like they had green covers. So I did this. The Elsie Silver book had a diamond ring. So I found this sparkly yarn. Can you see it? It's sparkly. So that represents the diamond. And then the greens that are in the book. The other one, it's hard to tell, but it's just white in the center. And then that's the same like sagey green with a gray. Because the other book kind of looked a little grayer in the greens. So, I mean, here's two books that if you just picked them up and looked at them, you'd think they're both just green books, but look what I did. I got them to look different. I think they're cool. Okay, so 4. I have about 4 or 5 more to go still. All right, now let's just start going through stuff. All right, I went to Hobby Lobby. I was looking for something I did not find there. I was looking for like numbers 1 through 25 or 1 through 31, maybe a cute little sticker or little buttons or tags or something. They didn't have anything. I found other stuff while I was there though. Of course I did. Here's my receipt. Yeah. So this is all, well, mostly all with fall crochet stuff in mind. This is. So I found this. This is really soft. I love this yarn. I've got a string or something here. I'm thinking I want to try to make a pumpkin out of this and just see what it does. Because if you make the pumpkins, you just make them in a strip, like a long rectangle, and then you sew them up and cinch them and you make a pumpkin. And I think this might be a really pretty, interesting pumpkin. That's what this is for. Same thing with this. I thought these were really, where is that hair? It's here somewhere. There it is. Same thing for this one. This is a Yarn Bee sugar wheel, and I had the same thing in mind for this. I don't think this one's going to stripe very well for a pumpkin, but I could make it stripe. I could take it apart. You know what I mean? I could take it apart. I could do a little bit in the orange, and then it goes into this pretty like raspberry color, then the purple, yellow, and I could make it work. So that's what those are for. And then while I was right there, I picked up one of these. Now that ice cream cone I showed you, the one that looks like sherbet, this is the same yarn. It is their soft and snuggly yarn. It's a 4-weight chenille. So it is comparable to the Michael Skinny chenille I've been using, and I like it a lot. But this is just some different colors. This is very, like, I was thinking animal, you know, dog, puppy, bear, something. I don't know. So that's why I got that. So I got yarn. I also did get some more diamond painting stuff, but that's in a different video. You'll see that later. Okay? All right, that comes later. All right, what's next? This bag. This bag was Michael's. I went to Michael's because I was trying to get Tiger Love and Tessa framed properly, get a mat for her. That's a whole nother story I'll talk about in a crafty vlog. And I had a $10 rewards. So I have also decided I like this yarn, which is a big twist yarn, and it's called Posh. So this would be Big Twist's Posh, but it's not Big Twist anymore. It's Michael's Loops and Threads brand. It's a 5-weight chenille, I believe, not a 6. Yeah, it's 5-weight, so it's not the really bulky stuff. And it's a very rounded chenille. It's not flat. It's very rounded. It's very easy to work with. I have one skein of this in a pretty blue that I made. What did I make? A whale. Made a whale. And it turned out really good. So I picked that up. And because of my coupon, I spent $2. Okay. This, again, let's go back to fall. Let's go back to pumpkins. That's what that's for. Isn't that gorgeous, though? Or something else. I don't know yet, but this is very fallish colors. And if it stripes properly, it would make a beautiful striped fall pumpkin. We shall see. We shall see. Okay, so that was Hobby Lobby and Michael's yarns. Okay, but then, of course, you know, I'm in Walmart one day, and I look up above the shelf, and I'm like, what's all that yarn up there? What is all that yarn up there that's not on the shelf? All right. So I started looking at it closer, and I started realizing it's bitty stripes. It is Red Heart bitty stripes. People talk about Red Heart bitty stripes all the time and the cool things you can make with it. So I went and I found somebody, and I said, hey, is that yarn up there? Can I get some of that? She's like, sure. Which ones did you want? They had like 5 colors, I think. I don't know if they're on the shelf, if they're down yet. I haven't been back since then. But hello, that's a dog in the dog dish. Excuse me. But I picked up a couple because look how pretty this is. Look at that. Those are some colors I love so much. Pinks, purples, oranges, yellows. all together. And this is supposed to just do a really cool stripy thing. So I picked one up. And I picked up this one, again, think fall vibes. I mean, it looks very rainbowy, but that could work too, you know, a rainbow thing. I don't know. I've got to stop buying yarn. But do I? No. Okay, so let's put that over there. Let's put this over there. What else do we have? We got this. This just came. We have this. Okay. I'm telling you, I've got a problem. I have a problem. All right. Hirschner's. Hirschner's is carrying Big Twist. And they're carrying Big Twist that I've never seen before. I never saw it in the store. And so, what did I do? I went shopping. Okay, I haven't even looked at some of this stuff. Oh, there's something else in here too that I'll show you later. That will go with the other stuff I have. But I had like free shipping. So I'm like, okay, let's do it. Let's do it. This yarn is really nice. I have some of it. When Joann's was going out of business, I picked up some, but I don't have these colors. I don't have these colors. I never saw these colors. So this is the Big Twist value. 4-weight. It is so soft too. It is super soft. If you want to make something, you could make a top out of this. It is so soft. It would be just very nice. 4-weight acrylic. This color is perplexed. Perplexed. Like the play on words there? Gotta like that, huh? This one is beautiful. And that's why I got it, just because it's beautiful. And I'm thinking it's just such a pretty rainbow color. It's called Arcade Party. Look at it. I have not worked with these. I don't know what they're going to do, but they're clearly color changing. I don't know what they're going to look like. And it depends on, of course, what stitch pattern you're going to use, how they're going to turn out. But Arcade Party. It's gorgeous. You know that's gorgeous. And it really is soft. It is soft. It's very nice. And then there's this one. I'd never seen this one before either, and it's called Happy Rainbow. So we got the pastel rainbow. We got the bright rainbow. We got rainbow. And my favorite color, purple. Okay? Did I stop there? No. Why? Because I'd heard of this yarn before, never seen it, never saw it in the store, was never able to get my hands on it. It's Supernova. I remember when I was running around looking for, what was that other yarn? There's some other yarn that was a new yarn right before they were closing. And I went to several stores trying to find that. And I have a bunch of it. I mean, I did get a bunch of it. Multiple skeins per color. Can't remember the name of the yarn though, but this is Supernova. Supernova. Let's tell you about it. It's 4-weight. It is, it's a 2 fine. They say it's a 2 fine. It is pretty fine. It is, what's its makeup? It's 80% acrylic, premium acrylic, and 20% wool. And it's 475 yards per cake. Come on. 475 yards. Times 2. Times 2. It's very soft. It does have some wool in it. You can feel a little bit of wool. It is a finer yarn. For sure. It's a fine yarn. Look. But really, look at the colors. Look at those colors. This will be something for me. I don't know what or when or how, but it will be something for me. What? Why do I have 2 boxes in there? Okay, I see. The other things I got from Hirschner's are a set. They come in their own individual box. All right. Go down there. I don't know where I'm going to put any of this yarn because I am completely out of room, out of space. Okay, I'm out. All right, this is my most recent order. If you recognize the bag, it's always the aqua teal bag, Expression Fiber Arts. This is my July color for the mystery crochet along. July, because we're behind. My my wrap is done for June, and I've just been waiting for the July yarn, and it didn't come in. Hang on. It had to be pre-ordered. Now, if you know anything about them, they don't dye at their warehouse or their studio. They have people that dye in their homes. So they have the yarn at their home and they dye it according to the formulas, and then it comes to the shop when it's done. So oftentimes things will go on a pre-order until it can get dyed. All right. Far away, there in the sunshine, are my highest aspirations. I may not reach them, but I can look up and see their beauty, believe in them, and try to follow where they lead. That's Louisa May Alcott. That's my little thank you. And I do need to get one more order from them, but I'm waiting. I'm waiting for a little bit. I'm waiting for, okay, this is July's yarn. So August, the clue for August will come out anytime now. I mean, it'll come out next week. And so I'm going to have to go buy August yarn. And I need to get yarn for this other project. I'll talk about that in a minute. When I tell you I need to get more yarn, you'll know what I'm talking about. They always give you these nice little cards with tips and tricks and stuff. They're very helpful. So here is bright. It's a very bright yellow. Okay. It's cash silk sock. So it's fingering weight yarn. It is 75% superwash, 15% cashmere, and 10% silk, and it is silky and soft. And this is called Lemon Pucker. Lemon Pucker. Pucker up, folks. And our last clue, we're doing 2 colors at a time always. Our last clue did like this. So this color and the last color are gonna go like this and fill in. You know what I mean? You'll see what I'm talking about when I get it back out. But Lemon Pucker. And like I said, August clue will probably come out this following week because the knit one came out last week. So crochet will come out this next week. This I had to have because it's my birthstone. June Alexandrite. You can get it on different bases. I chose to get it on the Twisted Tweed Sport. 43% superwash merino, 42% merino wool, 15% Donegal, because it's a tweed and you get the little nappies in it. This is Alexandrite. Okay, there's more blues in here and purple. If you ever look at the stone, Alexandrite, which is June's birthday, June's birthstone, I had to have some Alexandrite. All right, so I got that. All right, next. Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Let's go to this because this is a test crochet. I put my hat in the ring for a test. It's a blanket. It looked pretty simple to do. I think I've talked about it before. You may have heard me talk about it. So I had this yarn previous, and I was going to do this choose your own adventure wrap or shawl. So I bought this kit. Here's some of the yarns, right? I bought a kit. These are all like a variegated yarn. Okay. And there's a couple more in here. But for this, I'm going to use the variegated because I decided I'm not doing the choose your own adventure. I haven't even thought about starting it. So why not use this yarn for that test? So I needed more colors. This is where I need to order one more. It takes 11 colors and I messed up and I only have 10. So I'm going to need another color. I might save this one color in here for the joining yarn because this is motifs, squares. I might save it to join with and get another colorful one. Trying to make sure I'm not cutting any yarn here. But this was a kit, and this is on their pearlescent fingering. This is called Bokeh Hues. And I mean, just look at those, right? So the other yarns that I already have a lot of purples and pinks in it. So these purples are going to be perfect for that. I'm going to cake these up so they're ready to go. Because I don't know when the test is going to start, but look how beautiful. And soft. Oh my goodness. Cash silk. Cash sock. It has cashmere in it. No, it does not. It's mulberry silk. It's mulberry silk, which is also very soft. And then I have, this one's coming apart. Don't come apart on me. Don't dehank yourself. Don't do that. Okay, there's this color here. That is not right, but there's this one, and then there's this one. And this one's looking yellow in the camera. Oh, it's kind of got a yellow tone. It's more like a creamy, yellowy gold color. This one's much more gold. But I'm thinking this one would be great for joining. And I'll get one more color, a solid, for some of the other motifs. It'll all come together when you get to see it. Okay, so these beauties right here to go with all the other ones I have. Let's put those in the bag right there. I'll cake those up. And of course, while I was buying that, I mean, I got one more. And I got this. I'll tell you why I got this. And I don't know that this came in the pearlescent fingering, but after many years of having her business, Chandy decided it was time to have their own color. Same little card, tips and tricks, whatnot. Oh, but this one says, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. That's Eleanor Roosevelt. No, I could use this. Maybe that's what I was thinking. I think I'm going to use this one. This is their color. It's just called Expression. And so they put it on lots of different bases. I mean, if you know anything about Expression Fiber Arts, teal, this beautiful aqua teal color, that's their thing. It runs through that. I can use this. It's not quite as, it'll go. It's not as shiny because it doesn't have silk in it, but I know how I'm going to use this. This is my 11th color. I'm all set. I'm all set. I am so happy. I'm all set. I can use this. This will work just fine. It's fingering weight. Like I said, it's just not as shiny, but having seen the pattern that we're doing, I know how I'm going to use that. I'm so happy. Okay, I'm so happy. So there's all of that. All of that. Okay. I have two more. How long is this getting to be? Lord only knows. My 2 subscription boxes. Let's do Yarnable first. Okay. Let's do Yarnable. It comes in a bag, in a bag, in a bag, in a bag. And we don't get the card anymore. So I have to always go like in my email and find all the information about all of the little goodies. But this is cute. This is so cute. You see what it says? Yarn Chicken Champion. I have played Yarn Chicken. I've lost. I have regrouped. I have come back. I have won. That sweater, oh my goodness. That is too cute. Yarn Chicken Champion. Little keychain. Super cute. This is a little pin. I like to put these on all my little project bags and stuff. A little chicken. And then we have needle stoppers, which, I mean, I cannot use needle stoppers because, you know, I don't use needles. But they're super cute. They're like little silicone little, you know, they go on the ends of your needles so your stitches don't fall off. But anyhow, I don't know. I've got a few sets of needle stoppers now, and I don't know what to do with them. I have no use for them. All right. So here's the yarn. Here is the yarn. Okay. The whole thing is chicken based. So, you know, it is called All Your Eggs in One Basket. Okay. It's okay. It's not my favorite yarn. It's very brown, but blue, brown and blue. Okay, so if you look at the picture, there are eggs. And eggs, if you know anything about chickens, you can get eggs that are white. You get a lot of brown eggs, but you can get blue eggs, green eggs, and that's what this is supposed to represent, is all the different colors that your chicken eggs could come in, right? Brown, tan, blue, to green. Okay. Homegrown chicken eggs. There you go. All right. So there's that. Now, I want to tell you that I was contacted by the owner of this company, of the Speckled Finch Studios for the Yarn Bliss box, and she kind of accidentally stumbled upon a video where I was opening one of the kits, okay? And she wanted to know if I wanted to be an affiliate. And I was just like, yeah, I want to be an affiliate. So I'll have to go back to my email and I'll put all that information in the description box below. But I have codes where you can get money off a box and you can get started on a subscription box with the Yarn Bliss box. I'll put all the information below, and I am super excited to do that. I just, I love the box. I think the box, I mean, from the second you open the box, to all the presentation, like, look, my guess already, just by looking at the tissue paper, this is going to have something to do with mushrooms. I already know that because the tissue paper is mushrooms, right? And the little organza bag will always kind of match everything. I love this. I absolutely love the care that goes into this box. Everything is on theme. It's just, I love it so much. So let's start with, what is this? Dishwasher and outdoor safe sticker. Okay, this is a sticker. Yep, I thought it was. What a pretty little sticker. Mushrooms. I told you it's going to be mushrooms, right? This is, oh, these are so fun. These are magnetic bookmarks. Have you ever had magnetic bookmarks like this? You just put them over the page and they snap over your pages because they're magnetic. They're super cool. So the sticker is through Sticker Art. The bookmarks are through Peter Popper Press. And we have stitch markers. These are adorable. They are by Sunrise Grove. They're wooden and they are cute as can be. The Shroom Hamlet. Sunrise Grove Knittery. sunrisegrove.com. Go check it out. Look at them. Aren't they cute? Haven't I been saying, how long have I been saying how hot mushrooms are? Mushrooms are hot. They're still hot. Mushrooms are a thing. I'm telling you. Aren't those adorable? I need to make something mushroomy with this yarn. Maybe I'll just make a mushroom with it. I don't know. Let's see. We have to see the yarn. It is called Marvelous Mushrooms and or Shiitake yarn. So you can get different sets. I just get the single skein set. There's a single skein. There's a sock set. There's a double set. There's different options. But I just get the single one. So I get Marvelous Mushrooms and Bouncy DK. How cute is that? That is so fall. That would be so cute to do something very, very mushroomy or even pumpkin-y or gourd or something. I don't know. This has to be used for something. Look at all the pretty little speckles in it. There's even pink. See that? That's like a pink speckle. We got little blue speckles, orange, brown. It's on a creamy base. Don't come apart. No, come back out. Don't come apart. Browns. Look at all the browns in here and oranges and stuff. Golds. Gorgeous. Okay, like I said, if you want to get your own Speckled Finch box, right? I will have a code below. I think you'll get $5 off your first box. I think. Don't quote me. I'll put it all in the description box because honestly, as I'm sitting here recording this, I don't remember all of the information. I will go back to my email and I will get all the info I have a code. I have all kinds of things. You'll get a box, you get a deal, and you can get yourself started on the Yarn Bliss box by Speckled Finch. So, yeah, I'm excited to be like a yarn affiliate, you guys. Who thought in a million years I would be a yarn affiliate? But here I am, and I love it. So I thank her so much for reaching out to me and offering that to you guys. So look in the description box below, you know, click the little arrow underneath the video and open up the whole box under there, and it'll all be in there. Okay. So, yep. So here's my 2 subscription box yarns. They're very like on brand for fall yarn, I would say, you know. And then we throw in the yellow. Ooh, the lemon yellow. That's bright. All right. I gotta figure out what to do with all this yarn. Thanks for watching, everybody. I told you this was gonna be a long one. I hope you enjoyed it. Any questions, get with me, let me know. But I will try to put all the information I can in there about the subscription box. And thanks for hanging out. And let me get busy, because goodness knows I have more than enough projects to work on. Not enough time to do them, but more than enough projects to work on. All right, till next time, have a great day. I'll see everybody soon. Bye, you guys.